What if turn the other cheek does not mean being weak? What if Jesus was actually teaching a radical kind of strength? Most people hear this phrase and think Jesus means let people walk all over you, never stand up for anything, pretend evil does not matter. But that is not what Jesus is doing. He is confronting revenge, he is exposing pride, and he is showing his followers a better way to respond when they are insulted, shamed, or treated unfairly. Before we start, click the first link in the description for your free Ultimate Study Guide PDF, Messianic Prophecies from Every Book of the Old Testament. Number 1. Jesus is talking about personal retaliation. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says if someone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. That detail matters. A strike on the right cheek was likely not just an attack. It was an insult, a public humiliation, a way of shaming someone. So Jesus is not saying evil is fine. He is not saying injustice does not matter. He is teaching his disciples not to be ruled by the instinct to strike back. That is the first secret. Turning the other cheek is not weakness. It is refusing to let someone else's sin control your response. The natural reaction is, you humiliated me, so now I must humiliate you. You hurt my pride, so now I must defend my image. But Jesus says his people are not controlled by revenge. They are controlled by the kingdom. Number 2, Jesus is not banning justice. This is where people misunderstand the verse. Jesus is not saying crimes should be ignored. He is not saying leaders should never protect people. He is not telling victims to stay in danger. The Bible still cares about justice. The prophets confront oppression. The law protects the vulnerable. Romans says governing authorities have a role in restraining evil. So, turn the other cheek is not a command to pretend harm is holy. It is a command about the heart. Do not become vengeful. Do not become cruel. Do not repay evil with evil. Do not let bitterness disciple you. Jesus is dealing with the personal desire to get even. Because revenge feels powerful for a moment, but it quietly makes you a prisoner of the person who hurt you. Number 3, Jesus lived this perfectly. When Jesus was insulted, he did not return insult in return. When he was falsely accused, he did not panic to protect his reputation. When he was mocked, he did not use his power to crush his enemies. At the cross, people challenged him, "If you are the Son of God, come down." But he stayed, not because he was weak, but because love held him there. That is the deeper revelation. The strongest person in history refused revenge. Jesus could have called angels. He could have ended the trial. He could have silenced every mocking mouth. But instead, he absorbed evil without becoming evil. And through that, he defeated evil at its root. That is the difference between worldly strength and kingdom strength. Worldly strength says, I can destroy the person who hurt me. Kingdom strength says, I don't need revenge to prove who I am. Worldly strength says, hit back harder. Kingdom strength says, entrust justice to God. Worldly strength says, protect your pride. Kingdom strength says, let love rule your response. So, turn the other cheek is not about being passive. It is about being free. Free from revenge, free from ego, free from needing the last word, free from becoming the thing that wounded you. And this does not mean boundaries are wrong. It does not mean wisdom is wrong. It does not mean justice is wrong. It means revenge cannot be your Lord. Jesus is not calling his people to weakness. He is calling them to a kind of strength the world barely understands. The strength to be wronged and not become wicked. The strength to be insulted and not become hateful. The strength to suffer and still love. So the question is, not only why did Jesus say turn the other cheek, the deeper question is, who controls my heart when I am wronged? Because the person who must always get even is not free. But the person who belongs to Jesus can release revenge and trust the judge who sees everything.